had dinner, spent a lot of time with each other, talked about music, and it's just been, we talking about R&B and talking about like the state of R&B and responsible for keeping traditional R&B alive, but at the same time knowing how to experiment into new sounds and new bounces also with contemporary new R&B. Like, but as a R&B artist, what is your definition of R&B as the queen of hip hop soul? What's your definition of R&B, and what do you think that a great R&B song needs to contain?
My definition of R&B is exactly that, those initials, rhythm and blues.
What killed R&B was the look. Niggas wanted to look like us. So you could always define an R&B art act because they might have had on a suit, they might have had on something custom made, they might have had on something. When they started looking like when Jodeci came out with boots on, and they had bandanas and all, like, yo, are these rappers or are they R&B?
All right, so that's the presentation. I'm telling you, if somebody came out right now looking like the Whispers, looking like the Delphonics, looking like, even Teddy Pendergrass, you come out looking like that, they're not checking for that. They're going to call him corny, all type of shit. And he going, yo, it's dead. He said the presentation and the image of black men, period.
But I'm telling you, this is the play. He wants to say who killed R&B to act like he's going to save it. I'm telling you, that's the play.
Yeah, well, I don't want to hear that. Who killed R&B? Nigga, who killed Biggie? That's the only conversation we want to hear from you.
Show over. God damn, what happened? That hurt.
What's happening? I'm Bike. It's your boy Organic Soul Gumbo back in the kitchen with another edition. Hey, shout out to the new subscribers making the channel what it is. Shout out to the old subscribers. You already know we tapped in. Much love. And if you just finding out about this channel, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be one of the first to get notified when we put content out on this channel. Listen, what happened to R&B, y'all? What happened to R&B? Did something happen to R&B? We need to talk about this because it's a hot topic. P. Diddy brought it up. He sees something wrong with the current state of music when it comes to rhythm and blues. So I just wanted to bring it to y'all attention. We could kick it around, leave a couple comments, and see what's going on, like Marvin Gaye said, right? All right. We could do a quick history lesson. We're not gonna go into all this. We just gonna make it quick, right? R&B. A guy named Jerry Wexler termed the phrase R&B, rhythm and blues, obviously, right? R&B came out of a mixture of blues, jazz, and gospel. So you had all three elements fused together, and the music that came out of that is what they call R&B. That was in the 40s. So R&B's been around for a long time. R&B was a fusion of three different kinds of music. Now, what happened was Motown came around. Motown came around and took it to the next level. So you had people like Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye. You had Diana Ross, Berry Gordy Jr. I'm sorry. He wrote a lot of the songs for Motown. Motown's in Detroit. Now they had the R&B game on lock, and they had a signature sound. They had a band, good saxophonists, good drummers, piano players, bass players, and all the artists that came under Motown had to basically play with the band or perform with the band. So the band was basically the star of the show. Okay, so that was really successful, right? That was really successful. Then Marvin Gaye came along. Marvin Gaye was one of the people who transcended R&B and took it really into the mainstream. He was a really big solo artist. And Marvin Gaye was able to bring in the electronical side of the production when it came to R&B too. So he was a pioneer. He was one of the early pioneers of fusing his lyrics with synthetic rhythms Instead of using just a real live band, he started using drum machines and stuff, and it was working for him. And a lot of artists that came after him followed that. But there were also other artists who were there around his time that were also doing the same thing, like Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder started off playing harmonica as a little boy, age 11. He used to be doing live shows, and people were very enamored with his voice. And he was able to last. He's still making music today, actually. And Stevie Wonder was one of the people who also used synthesized machines and things of that nature to make music. Now, you have people like Rick James who took the baton and took that to the next level, even a little higher, because what ended up happening was, see, rap music was coming out around this time when Rick James started getting really big and popular. Late 70s, early 80s, hip-hop was born. Hip-hop was born out of the same elements pretty much as R&B. R&B was a rhythm and blues. The blues, that ain't nothing good, you know what I'm saying? Blues is painful, soulful, deep spirit rooted music. Same thing with rap. When it first came out, it was something that you was talking about your everyday struggle in whatever neighborhood you lived in. That's the crux, the essence of what rap music is about. The first popular rap song, Rapper's Delight. Go ahead and listen to that, and then you will see what and where hip-hop music started and what it was relaying to the listener. So now when rap really took off in the early 90s, R&B was in a very peculiar place, a place they never been in before, really, right? Because they always had their own lane, their own side. They was on the side of, loving and, being happy and singing to the women. And the hip hop artists were on the side of talking to the streets. But now when you have people like Puff Daddy come in and bring the streets together with the love, that's really what clouded the lines on what R&B is today, because that's when it really started. You had R&B artists, like you say, trying to look like hip hop artists, and you had R&B artists even rapping. Look at Bobby Brown. In the breakdowns, Bobby Brown started rapping, because it was cool to be a rapper. So fast forward to today. What is an R&B artist? Somebody like Chris Brown, right? Somebody like who would you say? Somebody like, listen, even Mo3. To the standards of what we do nowadays, I would consider Mo3 to be an R&B artist, because he does rhythmic stuff, is soulful. It's just that the traditional R&B as we know it done got so embedded and married to the rap hip hop culture, the lines are blurred. But if somebody is putting a love experiences, or it doesn't even have to be love, it just has to be something that you can tell coming from deep down inside. Somebody like Rod Wave or Young Blue, these are what we would call R&B artists today, right? That's why I'm a little disappointed with Diddy even bringing this up. He should know, being a musical historian that he is, that R&B isn't really gone. It didn't go anywhere. The only thing that changed about it is the image. The image has changed, and the rhythm of it has changed. But a song is a song. If you in love, you in love. Yes, when Sam Cooke and all these guys were doing their thing, they used to be a little more intimate about it. But as far as a musical art form, we still have R&B. It's just in a different form, right? People's attention spans are shorter. A lot of the songs that people listen to, rap songs, one verse, it's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. You can't really get into your groove as an R&B artist like that. You really gotta lay it down when you're an R&B artist. It's gotta be at least 3-4 minutes long. Our songs 7-8 minutes. You got R&B songs 14 minutes back in the days, right? But now the attention span of the listener is so short that how can you convey what you're trying to say in a way that the listener is comfortable with? You gotta kind of package it as a rap song. So there's a lot of that going on too now. And And yeah, I can see it's a little weaker nowadays because remember, gospel was one of the foundational forms of music that created R&B. And a lot of people really not religious like that anymore. You know, a lot of people not really going to church. People finding other avenues to, you know, express their love for whatever they view as God. So that element of it combined with the short attention span, the song's not as good as they used to be. I mean, let's be honest. I tell you, man, one of my favorite genres of music growing up that came out of R&B was neo soul. You have, you know, Erykah Badu, D'Angelo. I used to love Jill Scott, Lauryn Hill, Maxwell, Dope, Anthony Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? Dope, Raphael Sadiq. That's a genre of music that went away from the hip hop. That one actually stepped out and had its own niche, and it felt good. The music was good, the vibes were good, and right, I don't know what happened to it. It's like it just went away. I wish we had more neo soul artists because I feel like they can stand alone. They have that jazz element, and they can bring the R&B back. Not that it went anywhere, but more of what people are comfortable with, you know, as far as traditional R&B. So what y'all think, man? Like, do you still listen to R&B music? Do you listen to the new R&B music? Are you still listening to old R&B music? Do you listen to both? Let me know, man. Go ahead and leave a comment at the bottom. Fill up the comment section. Go ahead and have your little debates. I love reading the comments. I love responding to my viewers and my subscribers. You know, thank you for watching this video. Like I said before, go ahead and give a like, share, subscribe, and peace. I'm at this bitch.